Okay, so we got the B-hoop tacked in. The way this kit comes is you get this upper hoop for the roof, and it comes a little bit long, so you can see it's pretty long here. But it's made to fit a lot of different cars, so it comes with these brackets, and you slide the hoop through the bracket, and then actually you can adjust the length of it through these brackets. And then once you get the length that you want, then you weld, it comes with 4 brackets. So you're gonna weld the bracket to the B-hoop and then weld the roof hoop to this bracket on the front and one on the back, like that. So it has 4 total, and that's how you do the roof hoop. I'm actually gonna do this a little bit different. We have it shifted over as far as it can go towards the driver's side. So I'm actually gonna cut this to length and notch it so it's even, and just weld it directly to the B-hoop there. And then I'm gonna I have a bender, so I'm gonna take my bender and bend this in a little bit, so then it goes right to the B-hoop instead of using these, because I'm not a huge fan of these. As you can tell, that's probably not as strong as just welding the tube directly to the other tube. So that's what I'm gonna do, but the way the kit comes is with these, and you can just do it like that if you don't have a bender. So that's what we're gonna do next. Way to get it all muddy. Alright, so instead of using those 1/8" slider plates, I just took my bender and I put a little 25-degree bend on that end, and then we just notched the ends of each one. Grab that. And now we got it fitting pretty nicely without those ridiculous slider things. We had to trim some length off the ends first, but yeah, now it's all fitting up real nice and snug, and time to put the A-pillar bars in. Cool. Oh, it doesn't like overhead. Alright guys, we got the A-pillar bar in and the upper bar tacked in as well. Took a little bit of trimming on this to get it to sit exactly where I wanted it to. We're going to start on the door bar next over here, and the way this kit comes is it has this pre-notched piece that you're supposed to weld to the A-pillar bar, and then you basically trim the end of the door bar there to slide right in and weld it there. And then it has a little bit of a bend here on this end, and then you just weld that right to the B-hoop. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna eliminate that, and we're gonna put a bend on this end of the tube here, and we're actually gonna take the door bar and flip it. So this mellow bend is gonna be at the front, like that. And then we're gonna put a bend like that. It's about a 30-degree bend, and then we're gonna attach it to the B-hoop. So it will be a proper door bar instead of the universal adjustable style. So that's what we're gonna do next. Alright guys, little update. So we have all the door bars tacked in. So instead of using the adjustable slider pieces that go on the front, we just made a 30-degree bend at the back on all 3 door bars, and then just attached them like a normal door bar should be attached. And the original little mild bend is at the front now. Got the crossbar in, got the passenger side A pillar bar in, got the roof bar in. Just need to get the seat in here to adjust the height of the harness bar. You want that to be same as your shoulder height, so got to do the harness bars and the rear kickers, and then do the passenger door bar and finish weld everything, and the cage is done. For 300 bucks, I don't think you're gonna find an easier, better option out there, because it's pretty much just the cost of material. So pretty happy with how it came out so far. So we'll get it finished up. Alright guys, so a little bit of an update. Kind of put the seat in here just to get a mock-up, and found that it was sitting pretty high on the stock mount. So what we did was we added another bar from the bottom of the A-pillar across to the B-pillar, and then we're going to weld some more 1.5" tube across the bottom there to these plates, and then build the seat mount across, so it'll be attached to the cage. which is really how you want to do it anyways. If the cage happens to move, you want to move with the cage. You don't want the cage to come in on you. So that's what we're going to be doing now. Alright guys, just wanted to show you a little example here. So this cage kit, you know, for what we're going to use it for is more than enough, I think. Obviously, it's not perfect. Like when I do my own custom cages, I use DOM tube. So this is ERW, which you can tell by the seam right there. The DOM is drawn over mandrel. It's one solid piece of tube, not one that's welded. But if I take a pry bar and I go up here, you can actually flex this cage quite a bit. Now if we go over to my car that I actually spent quite a bit of time putting a DOM cage in, and we do the same thing, it bends the pry bar long before you get any movement out of this. So just wanted to give you guys an example here of what you get with your money with DOM. You know, the DOM, just the material for the cage alone is about $700 or $800 versus the $300 for this one. Just wanted to throw that in the video and show you guys, you know, kind of what your money buys you when you buy a nice roll cage. Just got the seat bracket done. Took some 1.5" tube, ran it from this bottom bar across to the plates that welded to the transmission tunnel. And I got some angle iron here to mount the seat brackets to, and then these gusseted plates back here with the grade 8 eyelet bolts that come with the harness. So that's all good to go. And now we're gonna finish up the kickers for the back of the cage. One last final update for you guys. So I got the rear kicker bars in, and what I actually did was I took the door bars that came with the kit and I kind of converted them to be rear kicker bars, because the kit doesn't actually come with rear kickers. That's why it has that little bend there. Normally they should be straight, but just kind of did that to save a couple bucks. You know, for the actual passenger door bar, what I'm probably going to do is run a straight bar from the harness bar down to the A-pillar bar. Maybe do an X from the top there down to the B hoop, but we'll see how that goes. Trying to save as much money as I can on this, because it's not a permanent race car build. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys that part. So cage is almost done. We got all the seat stuff already. We got the harness bar in, and yeah, just about finished up with that. I'm gonna save the passenger door bars for last, just so it's easy getting in and out, doing the wiring and finalizing the seat mounting and all that stuff later on. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that little update. This will be the end of part 3 now for this video. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. You know, subscribe for more. There's gonna be at least, I think, 2 more videos after this one. So we're gonna do some final race prep stuff, you know, go over like all the cooling system stuff, advance the timing, just some little free kind of tricks that you can do to help you out a little bit as far as speed goes. Obviously you wanna show up with a car that can be as good as it can be. So yeah, this will be the end of part 3 now. So stay tuned for 4, and then after that, it'll be race day. So catch you guys in the next one.